Hi, I'm Adam Freeman, co-founder of The Hungry Couple, and welcome to our third episode of Wonk Corner, where I continue to wonk out on political and economic trends concerning Portugal. Today's topic is based upon a post we featured on our blog in March 27th, 2020, entitled, "What Opportunities Exist for the Hong Konger in Portugal?" Link in the description. However, in consideration of current world events, we believe this message extends to all peoples considering Portugal as a viable option for immigration. Let's get into it, shall we? During the time of COVID-19, the transition to work from home opportunities for workers across the planet has significantly shifted. And it is just this type of transition that I believe will prove beneficial to workers of developed economies in the future. In fact, if COVID-19 has indeed created a sustainable trend of working from home worldwide, people are poised to benefit as a result of liberation from an antiquated system that keeps people chained to the office. In reality, transport times, unnecessary meetings, and team building do indeed affect productivity. The benefit of working from home has been known for several years, specifically confirmed by Stanford professor Nicholas Bloom's C-TRIP study, link in the description. So, we're obviously in a time of transition. This was occurring even before the outbreak of COVID-19. As previously discussed in our February 21, 2020 post, link also in the description, Portugal has recognized that increased training, improved education, and the proper engagement of older generations is necessary for a shift to the digital economy. Peoples in developed economies are already living in the digital economy, so their experiences and expertise could certainly serve as an inspiration and model of best practices for Portuguese beginning to move in that direction. The greatest challenge in participating in this transition would be the necessity of remaining patient with the cultural components of how the Portuguese have traditionally approached work. The truth is, things can get done, and they can get done properly, with time. The overall vibe in Portugal allows for a more relaxed balance between productivity and leisure. This change is reflected in the recent results of the 2019 edition of Internation's annual survey, Expat Insider. In it, Portugal increased its standing as a new hub for expats, listed as number 3 in the best place for expats category, the third year in a row that Portugal has been in the top 10. Portugal also tops the chart for quality of life, placed second in both personal happiness and leisure options, and ranked 4th in ease of settling in, 7th in health and well-being, and 8th in safety and security. It's worth noting that Portugal ranked abysmally in the Working Abroad Index, 35th, which indicates that the country still requires revision in its bureaucratic decision-making processes to help increase job security and shift growth industries away from tourism and rental properties, neither of which are necessarily sustainable in the post-coronavirus economy. Portugal's standing in the Working Abroad Index has nowhere to go but up. The government's response to the coronavirus pandemic has in no way limited interest in innovation. When the smoke clears, enterprising people with an aptitude for adaptation may find a society willing to take risks in order to make the transition to the digital economy. Stranger things have happened. Obviously, our first recommendation would be to secure online or digital nomad work that matches to your current industry. Depending upon your circumstances, it may be a perfect solution, or it may be too risky. Remember though, the cost of living in Portugal is significantly lower than many developed economies. Also, the possibility of finding a local job does exist. However, preference is obviously given to Portuguese speakers and locals. Competition for Portuguese jobs could be difficult, but not impossible. For example, an English-speaking friend recently found a reasonable position on a university project, so there are a number of differing options out there. Finally, there are opportunities for company creation here in Portugal for aspiring expats. For example, an individual who's obtained a Portuguese fiscal number, or NIF, can establish a empresaria em nome individual, which is the most basic form of self-employment in Portugal, where individuals trade as a business, are free to do what they want with profits once taxes have been paid, and have unlimited liability for business debts. There's no minimum capital requirement to start up and no requirement for any formal constitution or articles of association. Hangry Wifey is currently in the process of exploring this option in the establishment of a food service business. While I cannot 100% recommend the exact direction people might take, I will note that items or activities that typically appeal to a variety of global tastes are distinctly missing, are substandard, or overpriced in general. Bringing the best of external cultures to young Portuguese and the middle classes provides a unique opportunity, especially since Portuguese interest in external ideas and products has increased. The Portuguese also have a penchant for creative pastimes, so anything that embraces artistic endeavor is likely to attract talented Portuguese. Also, once the tourism sector in Portugal rebounds, as is expected by most of the prognosticators out there, we will likely see a rapid improvement in the economy. The option of pursuing franchises unknown in Portugal also remains an exciting option. Please note that Portuguese bureaucracy is not without a support system for these entrepreneurial opportunities. The National Support Centers for the Integration of Migrants, or CNIM, operates the Office to Active Migrants, GAIM, and provides the following support: specialized assistance to developers, training programs, interaction with several organizations supporting business development, other additional actions to the developed activities like workshops, meetings with entrepreneurs, promotion initiatives for the entrepreneur, etc. As per their website, link in the description, the initiatives of the GAIM are destined to any foreigner who has a business idea and wants support for structuring, implementation, or management, regardless of its complexity or financial investment value. Side note, we explored this service early on in our time in Portugal. However, we learned that many of the services are focused on helping entrepreneurs to develop their ideas. We already had our ideas for a business structure, so the assistance we received was not as helpful as we would have liked. That said, the support exists and differing people may receive differing benefits from participation with this governmental support system. To wrap up, as we continue to remain on an uncertain trajectory, the industriousness and creativity of outside peoples would certainly be a welcome addition to Portugal. As the more intrepid among them make a shift, both Portugal and aspiring expats alike are sure to benefit from taking the risk to embrace new ways of existing. As a consultancy based in Portugal, The Hungry Couple is uniquely poised to provide assistance to those deciding to make the jump. With that, we conclude. Thanks for checking out this edition of the Wonk Corner. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us or post in the comments below. Until next time.